I stood there, breathing hard, my hands shaking but not from fear anymore. From release. For the first time in a long time, the weight on my chest felt lighter, like something that had been pressing on me for years had finally cracked. He looked at me, my father, his eyes wide as if he had just seen someone he didn't recognize. Maybe he finally did, because the man standing in front of him wasn't the same boy he used to shout at. Not the boy who stayed quiet, not the boy who walked away whenever things got hard, not the boy who swallowed pain like medicine. No, this was someone new. Someone who had finally learned how to protect his own heart. And right there in that moment, something happened that I didn't expect. He stepped back. Just one small step. But enough to say, "I hear you." Maybe for the first time. He opened his mouth like he wanted to say something, but nothing came out. No anger, no excuses, no shouting, just silence. A silence that felt heavier than all his words ever were. And then, he did the one thing I never imagined he'd do. He lowered his eyes, as if he finally understood the one sentence I had been waiting years to say. "You cannot insult the woman who made me who I am." I didn't stay. I didn't wait for a reply. I didn't want an apology that would come with conditions. I didn't want another empty promise. I just turned around and walked away. But this time, for the first time in my life, I wasn't walking away from something. I was walking towards myself, towards peace, towards healing, towards a version of me who didn't need anyone's approval to stand tall. As I walked, I felt it, strength, quiet, steady, unbreakable. Because defending the people you love doesn't make you weak. It makes you human, and defending yourself, that makes you unstoppable. And when the sun finally began to rise, something inside him rose too. A quiet strength. The kind that doesn't shout, doesn't boast, doesn't need validation. It simply exists, born from pain, forged through betrayal, sharpened by every moment he had been underestimated. He realized then that the greatest revenge was never anger. It was elevation. Not proving them wrong, but proving himself right. He stood up, brushed off the dust of yesterday, and told himself, "This ends today, not the pain, but the version of me who allowed pain to control me." He looked at the sky, not searching for answers, but finally ready to create his own. He didn't want pity, he didn't want sympathy. He wanted transformation, because he understood something powerful. People who break you are temporary, but the person you become, after rebuilding yourself, is permanent. So he made a choice to rise quietly, a choice to grow unapologetically, a choice to never let someone's insult decide his destiny. And that was the moment his story truly began. Not when he was hurt, but when he decided to heal. He walked forward, not with confidence, but with purpose, because confidence fades, but purpose survives every storm. And he whispered to himself, one last time, "What they said about me will never be stronger than what I say to myself."